Hey, it's KD with KD Kaiser Coaching. In this video, I'm going to tell you what I think is the number one non-mindset related issue holding people back from their goals. Because I actually do think mindset is the number one thing holding you back from your goals, but that's a story for a different day. This thing also stops people from feeling at their very best, day in and day out. It's a topic that gets me super duper fired up, so I hope that you're ready. Okay, before I tell you what it is, if you don't already know me, I'm KD Kaiser with KD Kaiser Coaching, and I help women rejuvenate metabolism by balancing their micro and macronutrients so that they can finally love who they see in the mirror, lose weight and keep it off forever, and take back control of their life. I lost 70 pounds, I've kept it off for 5 years, and I know how defeating and frustrating it is to not look in the mirror and love who you see. And my goal is to help give you every single secret I know on how to lose weight and keep it off forever without restrictive diets. So are you ready for the number one roadblock that's stopping people from reaching their goals, apart from their mindset? FYI, this is ranked based on my years of experience, but there's plenty of science to back it up also. The number one action that stops people from reaching their health and fitness goals is eating ultra processed foods. What do I mean by ultra processed foods? Either frozen or prepared meals, instant noodles and soups. I was queen of macaroni and cheese. Frozen wheels, I ate those all the time before I figured out what nutrition looked like. Baked goods like pizza, cake, cookies, and packaged breads. That doesn't mean there's not a time and place for pizza movie night, but it cannot be on the regular. Processed cheese products or ice cream and candy, breakfast cereals, chips, crackers, other packaged snacks, processed meats, sodas, and other sugary drinks. Going out to fast food because we forgot to make our lunch or bring it with us. Going out to a restaurant and not sure how they're making things. This is quite a list, right? A research study done just before the pandemic actually found that more than half of our daily calories come from these kinds of foods when we're not paying attention. And experts actually think that the number might be even higher now because of how many of us changed our habits during the lockdowns. Maybe we had some habits, but then life threw us a curveball with the pandemic and we went back to old ways, and now it's just this piece of emotionally drained, and now our habits are different, and here we are eating more processed things than we did before the pandemic. The main problem is not only do these products contain less fiber, vitamins, and minerals than unprocessed foods, but they also contain unhealthy added sugars, fats, and salts. And if you've seen any of my other videos, all of those things are what slows down metabolism and makes it harder for you to burn fat so that you can lose weight and keep it off forever. And the thing is, with these processed foods, they're so tasty. They make you feel like you can eat more than you would if you were eating whole foods. I've had many women come to me saying, I love food. There's no way that I could give up all the things that I love. But the thing is, your body craves those things because it's what it's used to. Your metabolism is slow, so therefore it thinks, let me just keep eating these because this is what I think that I like. Yet when you dive into the world of not eating processed foods and you go the unprocessed route and you feed your body healthy foods, you actually start to crave different things. You still get pizza movie night, but you now no longer crave stopping at McDonald's on the way home. These bad or processed foods are specifically designed to be craveable. Think about, why are they so craveable? Why do we love sugar so much? We end up eating more of that bad stuff because they were designed to be so craveable with whatever's thrown in them. You might actually notice that right after you eat these foods, you feel bloated, you feel like you need to take a nap, you feel like you maybe we're gonna go work out, but gosh, I cannot even think about that anymore. I no longer have motivation. We blame us not working out on motivation versus actually it's because we're not eating the right foods for our body. That's honestly just the start of it. One study actually found that eating processed foods was linked with more than a 10% increase in heart disease and strokes. Have your family members struggled with any health problems like this? Do you fear that you're going down the same path? It may be that the eating habits that you grew up with are the ones that you've adopted into your adulthood, and now you're at risk for heart disease and strokes. Another study found that eating more than 4 servings of these foods in a day was directly linked with a higher rate of mortality. If I asked you truly, what is your biggest fear moving forward if you never got this solved and if you were never able to lose weight? Not surface level answer. What is your biggest fear moving forward? It could be a direct correlation of the things that you're eating, and that's why you're feeling this big fear. Plus, These foods, these bad ones, these processed foods are linked with gaining weight, which is linked with diabetes, heart disease, and a whole bunch of other health problems. Your body is amazing and it deserves better than to be fed a diet of these junk foods. Not to mention your metabolism has a really hard time rebuilding itself the more and more that you feed this junk food to your body. I really hope that this info reframes your thinking a little bit about processed foods and about how metabolism works and about the rate that we process our food and our calories in order to burn it off as energy and be able to lose the weight and keep it off forever. Someone who's overweight has a harder time rejuvenating their metabolism, they have a harder time burning calories, and therefore they have a harder time losing weight forever. The fact is, it can take time and patience to retrain your taste buds, but it's definitely worth the effort. And you and your body will be so glad that you did. But the thing is, you can't just get off of watching this video and say, I'm gonna start eating something like Whole30 or 75 hard and just go at it so hard because that's what she told me to do. I need to retrain my taste buds. That's drinking from a fire hose, and it's the all or nothing lifestyle where if I'm not doing it all in, I can't do it. You've got to find that healthy balance. That balance where you figure out what macronutrients and micronutrients your body needs in order to rejuvenate metabolism, decrease that stress level, decrease that cortisol so that you can finally lose weight. The balance of that paired with I'm allowed to have a slice of pizza or an ice cream cone if I want to sometimes. You've got to find that balance and stop living in this all or nothing lifestyle. But the balance has to come first from focusing on the unprocessed, healthy foods that are single ingredient for your body. And what do I mean by single ingredient? Single ingredients are just that. They're things with single ingredients. Chicken has one ingredient. Broccoli has one ingredient. Rice has one ingredient. Pizza, it's one word, but it has multiple ingredients to make up that pizza. Now, if you were to make a stew or a casserole and they all had ingredients in it, but all of those ingredients that went into the stew or the casserole were single ingredient options, that still is considered single ingredient. I get asked this all the time. What are actually single ingredients? I'm very confused. It's things that are not processed that can make up one big dish or just eaten by themselves. So I challenge you to look at your nutrition and your diet and say, am I actually eating single ingredients 85 to 90% of the time? Or am I kind of winging it most of the time and stopping at McDonald's and letting myself crave those bags of chips at the end of the day? Sometimes it takes a little bit more than us just telling ourselves that we can't have something, because I guarantee if I tell you not to have chips, you're thinking about where are all the chips in your house right now. And you can learn more by reaching out to me. You can drop a comment on this video and you can just comment metabolism and I'll reach out to you. But for now, subscribe to this video because it is my goal to teach you every single secret that I know on how to lose weight and keep it off forever by rejuvenating your metabolism. I lost 70 pounds, I've kept it off for 5 years, and I'm not patting myself on the back over that. What I want is more than anything for you not to have to live the life that I lived prior to that. And I want you to make none of the mistakes I ever made. It's time for you to take back control of your life, but it starts one place, and that's in the kitchen. Eating the right foods and knowing exactly what to feed your body so that it starts to crave actual, true, real, raw ingredients instead of the processed things. All right, thanks so much for watching. Like this video, share if you found it helpful, subscribe to the channel, and I can't wait to see you here later. You can also follow on Instagram for a lot of quick tips and find me on Facebook with our Facebook group. See ya!